Today we will be testing the trend intensity indicator. Before we do, if you have not watched the first videos on the channel and the videos after that, you need to go do that now. Here at the Academy of Forex, we are building the best trading system possible as a team. You can find a link down below to sign up for TradingView. If you use that link, you'll save a little bit of money on your account. You can also find a link below to join us on Discord. If you are interested in a full list of all the indicators and strategies that we have tested along with their win rates, you can sign up for our Patreon. And you will receive a full list of all the indicators and strategies that we have tested. You can find a link to our Patreon down below in the description. We also have a Patreon-only exclusive Discord channel where we will give you a list of winning indicators, a list of winning strategies, post trade ideas, give advanced advice, and much more. So click the link below to join our Patreon. Alright, as I said, today we will be testing the trend intensity indicator. Before we do though, I wanted to put the testing scoreboard up for everyone to see. So to date, we have tested a total of 108 different strategies, with 33 of them being winners. The best one so far was able to achieve an 84% win rate. That is the strategy with the Academy of Forex indicator and the Z-score probability indicator. I will put a thumbnail of that video up on screen right now, and I will also link to it at the end of this video with that same thumbnail. That way you can go straight there and watch that video on the best strategy that we have tested so far. We've also tested a total of 992 indicators, with 418 of them being winners. The best ones so far were able to achieve a 100% win rate. Now you need to go back and watch those videos to understand the context of how they were able to achieve that. So go back and watch those videos and see what you can get out of those winning indicators. And keep in mind that we test most of these indicators and strategies on the Forex and crypto market, but they can be applied to just about any market and time frame universally. Okay, so today we are testing the trend intensity indicator. And you can see it down here on the bottom of the screen. If I scroll back a little bit more, a little bit clearer to see there. And so the source video says that this MA trend intensity free indicator on TradingView gives perfect signals. And so in the source video, they coupled the trend intensity with a few other indicators, and those indicators technically were giving the signals, the buy-sell signals. And so I always find it weird when a source video claims that a specific indicator, and they name it in the title, is the one giving the signals, when in reality it's another indicator giving the signals, and it's just part of kind of a full trading system. And so figured what we would do is just go ahead and test the trend intensity indicator first, and then possibly in the next video we'll go ahead and test the full kind of trading strategy that they outlined with the trend intensity to see kind of what we get out of both. And so I'm always curious to kind of narrow in on specific indicators versus an entire trading system. That's kind of the whole point of this journey, was to discover what specific indicators work best and then see if we can't couple them together to come up with a trading system in general. So the trend intensity, like I said, you can see down here on the bottom of the screen, is basically kind of think of it like loosely an RSI, if you will, in that it has an oscillating line, a main oscillating line. It then has a zero line and a kind of overbought and oversold, or top line, top green line, and bottom red line. Wouldn't necessarily call them overbought and oversold in this particular case, and the zero line isn't actually on the zero, and so in that aspect it is a little bit more like the RSI, in that the zero line is actually right at the 50 mark, and the upper band is at the 80 and the bottom one is at the 20. And in this particular case, when the oscillating line breaks down below the bottom line, the bottom red line, that is an indicator that the trend is strong, in a strong downtrend. And when it breaks above the upper line, the upper green line, that means that it is in a strong uptrend. And so in that case, it varies a little bit from the RSI, even though we actually tested the RSI in that way, as well as the traditional overbought and oversold. And so what we're looking for specifically is when the oscillating line, the green oscillating line here, breaks down below the red line, that's going to be a signal to go short. And when it breaks above the green line, that's going to be the signal to go long. And so, for example, you can see right here, it's actually kind of hard to see. Let me go ahead and just bring this up a little bit so that way you can actually see the green oscillating line and the red lower band here. And you can see here that the oscillating line is just kind of bouncing along the red line and then finally makes its break right here. And if I hover over this specific candle and look at this coordinate right here, which is the coordinate of the oscillating line, you can see that it is at 19.04762, which means that it is below that 20 marker that we're looking for. If we skip back, you can see it's right at 20 there and above 20 on all these. When I kind of zoom this down like this, it's kind of deceiving. You can't quite tell where that break takes place. So that's a little handy trick to find out where exactly it is actually breaking below. So that would be a signal right there to go short. And then we have the ATR stop loss finder on screen here on the top. And that just gives us where our take profit and exit, or our take profit and stop would be. So we're doing a 1-to-1 risk reward. So we would be taking a short position. Our take profit would be right at the lower band of the ATR stop loss, and we would have this set to a 1-to-1 risk reward like so. Go ahead and play this forward, and you can see that we make a really nice push to the downside, which would have gotten us to our take profit. Let's go ahead and find a long trade here. Let's play this forward a little bit. All right, so right here you can see that we get that break to the upside. This one's a little bit easier to see. And again, this top line is at the 80 mark right here. If I zoom in, it's a little bit easier to see. It's right at that 80 marker. And we get that break to the upside of that 80 mark right there, giving us the long trade signal. And once again, we are going to target the upper band in this particular case of the ATR as our take profit, and then a 1-to-1 risk reward put us right there. So let's go ahead and play this one forward. And again, you can see that we make a nice move to the upside, which would have gotten us to our take profit as well. Alright, so that puts us at the end of the testing right there. Before we take a look at what this was able to achieve, if you are looking for a profitable trading strategy, I highly suggest you check out the best strategy that we have tested on the channel here. It was able to achieve an 84% win rate. I'll put a screenshot up of the thumbnail to that video right now. I'll link to it up in the corner, and I'll also link to it at the end of this video with that same thumbnail. Like I said, it is a highly profitable trading strategy. Was able to achieve an 84% win rate. It uses one of our custom indicators that we've developed here on the channel, as well as a TradingView indicator, and all around it is a wonderful trading strategy. I highly recommend you check that out. And so there is a lot of benefits to becoming a patron of the channel. I highly recommend it. Alright, so let's go ahead and go over the numbers on this test here. So we did the 50 trade test like we've been doing here recently, and out of those 50 trades, we got 21 winning trades and 29 losing trades. That's going to put us right at a 42% win rate, and with a 1-to-1 risk reward, obviously not a very profitable indicator. And so it'll be interesting to see how the source video couples this with other indicators to see what that strategy does over the 50 trade test. And so like I said, I think I'll do that on the next video just as a decent little follow-up to see if putting the full system together actually has a benefit. And so, but for now, this one is going to go on the no list, and we will move on to the next video from here.